Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, 70 Mounts to the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of What It Feels Like. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm change, you were up, and let's go! Alrighty. It's dark by the time we go out. The night a lot colder than usual. Panting makes our breath fog up in the air, and Baxter rubs his hands together for warmth, blowing his hot breath into them. So much for spring. Do you want my jacket? What a gentleman, but it won't fit me. That, and I don't want to look like Dan from Bakugan. Remind me to never try to be nice to you again. Yeah, don't be like that. There's an easy solution to this. He quickly swipes my hand in his, giving it a squeeze as he locks his fingers with mine. The warmth of them takes me by surprise, and I shudder at the change of temperature. Damn, your hands are cold. I'll warm them up for you. He takes my left hand and rubs it against both of his, as if trying to start a fire with wooden sticks, making a humming sound that shakes as he does. It's a silly, sweet gesture, and by the time he's done with both hands, they feel like they're on fire, but in a good way somehow. Better? What is it about him, I wonder, that every word that comes out of his mouth makes me smile? That just being around him makes me forget about my worries, my heartbreak. Jacob? I have to remind myself that his heart is set on someone else, but as long as she hasn't made up her mind about him, I'm more than happy to keep him to myself. Yeah, way better. He smiles, and hand in hand we start walking down the sidewalk. It occurs to me that this doesn't make any sense. It's late, there's no one around, and there's really no reason to keep up the act right now, and yet, here he is, holding my hand, swinging it like we're a couple of schoolgirls. Maybe it's just the type of guy he is, or maybe we're both feeling the same way. I glance over at him, and to my surprise, he's already looking at me. He quickly looks away, though, giving my hand a squeeze that may have been involuntary. Say, so, how are things going with the album? You got the songs ready? Oh, yeah, I talked with Stella and she says she talked to her uncle. Apparently he's in Chicago, and if we want to record the album, we'd have to show his manager some of our music there. Whoa, going all the way there for a chance? Oh, going all the way there for a chance? It is a pretty big risk, but I think it'd be worth it. Imagine they say yes. That would literally kickstart my career. We might have to do this soon, though. I don't know how much more time I've got. What do you mean? Well, Liz isn't going to be in the band forever. Wyatt's graduating in a few months, and you're not going to stay that long either. Who said I wasn't staying? I mean, you've got basketball, Pricefield, Dahlia. I just assumed. If you don't remember, Russell, I joined the band before we made our plan. I like playing with you guys, and as long as I'm here, I'll keep playing. That's a very sweet sentiment, Bax, but think about it. When you end up getting back with Dahlia, what's she going to think if you're still in your ex's band? That's, He really doesn't think these plans through, does he? He's lucky he's so cute. So yeah, the clock's ticking. I'll talk to the others to see if we can go next weekend. Can you? Chicago? I mean, shit, this is short notice, but yeah, I'll ask for the weekend off. It'll be fun. We can sightsee, book a motel, and share a bed. Oh yeah? Are we gonna fulfill that sex dream of yours? Uh-oh, we're here! Bax, this is the 7-Eleven. Yeah, everything I could ever need is right here. What about fruits and vegetables? What about them? You aren't gonna eat them? I don't like fruits. Oh, your cum must be raunchy. Wanna find out? Oh god. He chuckles and leads me inside, the white fluorescent lights making me squint as we walk in. Bax, you work at a grocery store. Don't you get discounts there? It's too far. Besides, I get discounts here, too. You do? Hey, Baxter! Mylo! A familiar booming voice calls out at us from the counter, and waving him goofily is Oreo. All smiles as he walks over to him. Hey, Oreo! Busy night? Like always. There's no one here but us. You brought Mylo tonight. What's the occasion? Is he staying over at your place? I wish. He has to go back home, but I'm just stocking up and he's keeping me company. Wasn't that sweet? Maybe I was wrong about you two. I was starting to think you guys hooked up to make Dahlia jealous, but after seeing you guys go out at the party, those doubts are laid to rest. Huh. I blush hearing this, and looking over at Baxter tells me he's not faring any better. Ha, totally. Mylo, baby, can you give me like 5 ramen cups and some chips any kind? Oh, alright. A little confused, I grab a little basket and get Baxter's things, hearing him talk to Oreo in a hushed tone that I could just barely make out. So, maybe don't mention Dolly in front of Mylo. I doubt he likes hearing about it. Oh shit, man, my bad. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Is he actually cool with the fact you still talk to her? Does he know? Yeah, he knows. There's nothing between me and Dahlia right now, though. Really? I see you text her all the time, though. Are things really over between you guys? I don't really like to think about you using Mylo to make her jealous. It's not like that. It's exactly like that, but it's not like it isn't the same with me. Oh, if you're sure, I believe you, man. Mylo seems like a great guy, so don't go breaking his heart. Yeah. I wait a moment before joining them again, then walk up to the counter, pretending I didn't hear a thing as I hand Baxter the basket. There you go. Oh, thanks, babe. He smiles at me and rubs my shoulders in that soothing way he does, looking at me almost apologetically. Hey, Mylo, want a Slurpee? On the house. Are you allowed to do that? No, I'm a wanted man with a warrant off for my arrest, but what's one more Slurpee, right? He grins at me and nods over at the stand, and Baxter heads over to grab one. What flavor you want? Cherry. Gotcha. He comes back and holds the drink towards me, and I grab it gratefully. Thank you. Hey, Bax, is it cool if I talk to you about something? Oh, he looks over at me, but I just give him back the drink and smile at them. No worries, I'll wait outside. See you around, Oreo. Bye, Mylo. Oh, before I forget, tell Baxter to give you my number. Why would I do that? Relax, don't get all jealous, and so you can give it to your dear friend Stella, right? Man, she was hot. We danced at the party for a while, but I guess I was too drunk to notice her leaving. She's gorgeous, though. I gotta see her again. Do me that solid? Sure thing. It's definitely not my place to tell him about, well, that, but I hope he doesn't mind it. I step back out into the cold night air, sitting in the curb, much like I did the night I met Stella. Maybe it's Stja Vu. I've been in this place before, higher on the street, and I know it's my time to... Maybe it's Stja Vu. Maybe it's being left out of the conversation again. Or maybe it's simply just being alone with my thoughts for the first time all night. But as always, my mind goes back to him. I run my hand through the sidewalk. It's dirty, but I don't really care. Wasn't it somewhere just like this, when I was falling in love with Jacob for the first time? It was a complete contrast from tonight. The air was hot, sticky, and humid. My t-shirt clung to my body from the sweat, but it wasn't all bad. There in the back seat of Jacob's car, I waited for him outside the convenience store, thinking to myself how I even got to that point. I was giddy, naive, and Jacob was everything to me. Not too different than how I am now, then. The door opened and he climbed into the other side of the seat, carrying 2 sodas in his hands. He flashed me a smile, the kind of soft, cool smirk you write about in romance novels as he handed me one of them. Hey. Hi. He leaned back and sighed, rubbing his face in annoyance, sweat dripping from his face. It's so fucking hot these days. Don't know why you wanted to come out here. Maybe if you stocked up in drinks other than beer, we would still be at your apartment. He smiled at my teasing, opening the can with a loud fizzing sound. My bad. Didn't take you for the picky kind. He took a swig of his drink, the sweat trickling down his perfect neck. I could barely breathe around him back then. His body was so new to me at the time, so foreign. I think it was the same for both of us. We couldn't take our hands off each other. You seem down, though. He played with my floppy ear, a habit he got into during the time we were together. It died down when he broke things off, when classes started again. It was never how it was before after that. Maybe a little. My dad keeps getting pissed that I'm trying to use my free time to own the band instead of getting an internship somewhere. I mean, I'm already working during the summer. What more does he want from me? Well, music isn't exactly the most lucrative job to go after. Shouldn't I at least try? Now? When I have a chance? You could also be getting connections for a more stable job. Honestly, maybe listen to your dad a little. It somehow felt like a slap in the face. As dramatic as it sounds in hindsight, wasn't he supposed to support me as my almost boyfriend? You don't think I could do it? Music is just a hard field to get into. I'm not saying you don't have the talent, but it's good to have other options. Right, yeah, I get it. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Come here. He put both my drinks aside and pulled me towards his lap, making me sit and face him. Whatever you do, you'll be good at it. I mean it. He leaned in and kissed me. Like a spell, every word vanished from my mind as he did. What else could I do except fall in love with him? How could I, or anyone, have stopped it? And if I knew, and if I knew, would I have wanted to? In a world where it's so hard to find someone to love you, I feel like I finally found it. This tall, kind, handsome man wanted me. I didn't care for the reasons or anything else. So I kissed him back, deeper than he ever kissed me before. That summer changed me. For better or worse, I fell in love with Jacob's song. And almost a year later now, I'm still in love with him. We're nowhere closer to being together. Is it me? Am I just not good enough? If I was more attractive, more talented, would we have already been together? I looked down at the sidewalk, blinking back tears. Maybe if I was better, Jacob would love me. But I don't think he does. And nothing I've thought up to this moment has felt more like the truth than that. Mylo? Baxter's voice snaps me out of my daydream, and I look up at him standing over me, the bag of his ramen cups in his hands. He must have finished the drink already. Hey, what's wrong? I quickly blink away the tears in my eyes, blushing in shame as I jump up to my feet, chuckling. Nothing, sorry. You ready to go? What were you guys talking about back there? Just some basketball stuff. Apparently there's going to be a scout coming soon. I cling onto his arm and smile at him, leading him away from the shop and back the way we came. Seriously? Here? And why your team? Ouch and ouch. We're doing really well this season for your information, Russo. The one game I went to, you lost. That was an off day. I'm sure, but that's exciting. Is playing professionally something you want to do? It could be fun. He smiles at me in a way that tells me he wants this more than just a little bit. You should. I think you'd be great at it. Thanks, Russo. I gotta practice way more if I want to impress the scouts, though. If you have to miss some rehearsals, I can tell the others. Nah, I'll make time. Anything for my cute boyfriend. You've been a lot more flirtatious lately. Is it because of that dream? I stop him and lean into him, wrapping my arms around his shoulders and hugging my chest against his. You can tell me, I won't laugh. It's not exactly a funny story, for you to laugh in the first place. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!